Adrian Rosario. Been racing cars for, I don't know, 10, 15 years, in that area, street racing, track racing. I like Hondas, that's my choice of car, chassis. I took a break from racing for, I don't know, about 4 years, and then, I always kept the ear to the game, and I really wanted to build the J Series, and I'm like, they don't make anything aftermarket for it, and then slowly they started to, so I'm like, oh, that's cool, that's something I would like to do. I talked with my, Wayne, I talked with, my buddy Spongy, and to see what type of build we could come up with, because, I can't do it by myself, so, we bounced ideas back and forth, and, we came up with a solution, and, they supported it, and they want to be part of it, so that was the ultimate decision to go V6 and in the Insight chassis, and then my buddy Jeremy, with all the fab stuff, to get it where we need it to be, get it to be a track car, competitive car. So, all hands were on deck, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm down for it, and that's what we did, We stepped forward, and we just went all in. They helped me with the R&D, finding certain things about these cars, reading hours on end at night, and we just texting back and forth the ideas of what we want to do, essentially, and that's pretty much where we made the decision to go forward with it, Working with a Honda Insight chassis, my choice, because, a lot of people don't do them, there has been some, there's Bijimoto, there's Prianto's car, there's, Four Pistons car, which is a big inspiration. They did a build that's not normal, and a chassis that's not normal or desirable, so I'm like, oh, I want to do something like that. And then J Series, no one has one. It's the only one in the country. It's the only one, we live in a copy-paste era right now, you know what I mean? Everyone doing the same old, I see this guy doing, ITBs, this type of compression, this head, I want to do it, and then you just do it. And you just, no one's innovating, no one's doing anything different, and I think that's what the scene lacks, This is cool, this is different. Everyone from the scene that sees the car is like, oh, that's dope, that's cool, they want to be a part of it, they ask a shit ton of questions, and it's, that's what you want, that's what the scene needs. I built a turbo car sport front-wheel drive car years ago, Didn't have much luck with it because I was still into the drag race street scene, you know what I mean? I was still into street racing, so I had a few misfortunes, trannies, motors, and a lot of variables, a lot of issues with the car, a lot of, headaches. So I wanted to keep it simple, and I've always loved all motor cars. I'm a J Series and K Series fan, but I just wanted to do something a little different. That's why I chose all motor, and I chose J Series. The motor behind me is the mock-up engine. It was just a spare. We got it so we could just do some R&D on it. And then this is the built bottom end, just waiting on heads, but it is a 3.7 MDX crank out of the 07, 09 MDXs. Custom Porter rods and custom Y-scope pistons. And just waiting on heads and getting buttoned up, Four Piston has the heads, and, just patiently waiting. And, then we can slap it together and throw it in the car and, get the wiring situated, which Y-Works is doing the harness. I hit him up about the project, and he was happy to do it and excited. So that was cool, because that was a big concern, when we set out to make the build on this car. South Bay injectors, they hopped on board, Thank you, I appreciate it. They helped, with discounted parts, injectors that I was going to run regardless. I just reached out to them to see, what they would do if they were interested in the project, and they were. They got back to me right away. It's incredible. It's awesome. I thank you. And they hopped on. AD Engineering, they're helping as well. They make, one-off parts for J Series stuff. Anything you need. Four Piston accepted the project just in general, so that was cool, because that's just something that they normally don't. They, they do K, B, H, F, the GTRs, but they don't have a program for the J Series, so they accepted it, and they were willing to work with me, so that was cool on their part as well, and I appreciate it, My best friend, Wayne, Wayne's Automotive, where I store the car, he helps me with everything, ideas, talk shit, keeps me motivated. My buddy Jeremy, always helping, spongy, helping with the R&D and all that stuff, you know. And then all the support I get from, you know, people that see the post on Instagram and what I'm doing, you know. I got KJ built, you know, he shoot messages back and forth, ideas, you know. Jamie Marsh, you know, we shoot ideas back and forth, you know, answer a bunch of questions, you know, and keep it fresh. And, you know, they just support it, so it's cool, you know. It's cool to see, you know, a lot of people liking the build and supporting the build and trying to help in any way that they can, you know. So, but my main support definitely be Wayne and my older brother, you know what I mean, and just everyone that wants to see it done, you know. Mm-hmm. Them are the biggest supporters, you know, because without them I can't finish the car, you know what I mean. To get the motor in the car, you know what I mean, everyone's schedule around here was real busy. So Victor, you know, from Texera Fab got the engine in the car, but the person that's doing all the fab work, you know, anything we need here is my buddy Jeremy from Noiso Fab. You know, he's been great, you know. He's an incredible person to work with, you know. He works around my schedule, you know, and he's the person I go to with that stuff. So, you know, Texera Fab, you know, because that's kind of what his thing, you know what I mean. You know, he has a pipe bender, he does all that, so he's going to be doing the cage and addressing that part of it. But everything else is going to be, you know, my buddy Jeremy. But the program I'm going to use is AM Infinity, you know. I don't really want to limit the possibilities of the car, you know. There's no data out there, so this is all fresh, it's all new. So I just wanted to not limit myself in that aspect. And, you know, for a great price, great product, it's proven. But the reason I chose Jamie Marsh is, you know, I talked to him, I bounced ideas off of him, and you know, he's a really smart person. And to just see what he's done in the Honda game, you know, we went from being a through and through Nissan guy to buying a Honda, building a Honda, and in 1 year's time, you know, he's running with the top dogs, you know, 10-1, 10-0 with his first build. So to me, that's impressive. Shows he knows what he's doing. It shows, you know, patience as well. Like, but he got the car there rather fast for not being a Honda guy. So that's impressive, and you know, you want to be part of something like that. So to me, that's why that's who's gonna tune my car. You know, and he's, you know, I talked to him. You know, there's no data on the car or about J Series, so it's gonna be a learning process. It's gonna be a long process, and he's willing to work with that. So that's another reason. You know, he's willing to work with me, track support, you know, dyno support, and that's what you need if you want to go fast. Goals for the car would be, you know, own that J Series on motor record, you know, make a lot of power, you know, with the first setup, first build. I'd like to be at 450, over 450, you know. Real goal would be 500. That would be my ultimate goal. IFO events, you know, I think we have 2 in New England, so I'd like to make those. The Honda Days, definitely, you know, that's a must for the car. I'd love to get to those events. The 13203 Connecticut track rental event, you know, it's growing, and it's cool to be a part of that. So I'd like to attend, you know, and you know, like I said, all the Connecticut guys, you know, to go compete against, you know, Adam Hall, Jamie, KJ Bill, you know, have fun, compete, and be a part of it. You know, Sonic, all those cars that are coming out, you know, for next year for the class would be great. And then World Cup Finals. That's when I first set out for this build. That was the event I wanted to go to. That was the event I wanted to take the car to. So if I got to take it slow and build the car the way it needs to be for that event to perform on that stage, I will. But you know, we're still doing what we need to do here. But that's the event that I want to make. That's the event I want to be at. If people have any questions, you know, they can contact me, send me a DM on Instagram, and I'll respond. You know, any J Series thing related. I don't know all. I know enough, and I know a lot, and I can help you out in those aspects in your build. And you know, just reach out, and I'm willing to help. Yeah, so stay tuned, guys. You know, we'll be posting up videos of, you know, the car and the dyno. Hope you enjoy. You know, like I said, any questions, you guys feel free, reach out to us. You know, we'll answer any questions, and we hope that you enjoy the build just as much as we do.